We're going to continue with determining causes of character actions. So in reading our Island of the Blue Dolphins, we're going to continue to ask ourselves the question, why are characters doing the things that they do? So when you ask your question, make sure that you have this in mind as we are reading. Why do characters do what they do? Why is it that they do these actions? Now, before we get started on actually analyzing this question, why do characters do? I want you to ask yourselves, why is it important to know the reasons that people do things? For example, I thought about this one last night. Why is it important that you know why Miss Guerrero comes in to teach every day? Why is it important that you know why your teacher comes? Think about her reasons. If you knew her reasons for coming, why would that be important to you? What do you think? Tell me what you think. Yanda, what do you think, sweetie?
Better than the richer kids.
So you're better than the richer kids? Oh, what do you mean by that? Exactly. Better in what way?
More smarter.
Smarter? Ashley, what do you think?
They want us to be smarter.
Smarter than me? Absolutely. So why does Miss Guerrero come in here? Yes.
To teach us, and in the future we can have a good career.
Ah, good careers, yes. So that's part of the reason why I come. Wendy, what else? A good education? Let me pause you. What if Miss Guerrero's reasons for coming to school were to make money? What if I was coming here, what if I was doing my job just to make money? How would this classroom be different? What do you think? How would that be different? Levy, what do you think? You'd be dumb? Well, think about it. Well, how would my interactions with you, how would that be different? Brandon, what do you think?
This classroom will be different, but if you want to teach us anything,
I probably wouldn't teach you as well. What else? Is up. Boys and girls, she said you would just sit down and do them to school. Why does the substitute come to school? Here, to this classroom. Why? Why? To get money. Does Miss Guerrero come for the money? No. Not really. I'd be doing something else if I came for the money. Why am I here?
Because you care about us.
I care about you. I love you. So boys and girls, notice, when you ask yourselves, why do people do things? The reasons influence them. If I came for the money, I would behave very differently. I come here to help you out. So here we go. We're going to get started with some reading. So boys and girls, yes, we do. Kind of like cause and effect? How? So, what do you think? Wait 1 second. Did everybody hear that, boys and girls?
Yeah.
She's asking, is it kind of like cause and effect? How many of you think you can see a similarity? Like, yes, it's kind of like cause and effect. Okay, why do you ask that, sweetie? Boys and girls, what is the cause? The cause is the what? What makes the effect happen, right? So if I have my causes, my reasons for coming to school, my being here to help you out makes me what? Makes me do what? Help you how?
Learn.
How?
Being smarter.
What do I do though?
Teaching.
Teach you. And do I sit down to teach you?
No.
Wait, Jose, that's not going to help us at all. Sorry. We need to warm up our brains. Are we ready for that?
Yes.
Let's get ready for that. Go ahead and turn to chapter 10, please. Turn to chapter 10. Just start at the beginning of the page. Start at the beginning of the page. Now remind me, ladies and gentlemen, what grade level is this book that we are reading?
5.4.
What grade level are we reading?
5.4.
Wait a moment. You are not 5th graders. Why are you reading a 5.4 book?
To challenge
What's going on?
To challenge ourselves.
Well, why would we want to challenge
Because we want to be
ourselves?
smarter.
You want to be smarter? What else?
You want to get higher.
What are you doing with your brains? Work out those brains, boys and girls. We're going to work out our brains. Here we go. Now, remember, when you work out those brains, you're practicing the higher level thinking. Where do you think you're going to need that higher level thinking?
Older high school.
Where? High school? Where else?
Middle school.
College? Where else? University. University?
To know where the direction will go
But before that, I mean, what did she decide to do? Now she's in the middle of the ocean, but before that, what did she decide to do? She decided to do something. Carlos, ¿qué decidió hacer? ¿Qué decidió? Irse de la isla. She decided to leave the island. She decided to leave the island, so now she is where? In the middle of the ocean, and she has what? What does she have to do now that she's in the middle of the ocean? What happened to her canoe? What happened to her canoe? What's her situation right now in the middle of the ocean? So now her situation, we know she's in the middle of the ocean, that's her setting, but what's the conflict that she's now facing? What's the problem? B, D's, and F's, remind your partner. What is the problem that she's now facing? Talk to her. Go, help her out.
Espérate. ¿No sabías que Karen no tiene soporte?
So why? Tell me.
Va, pregunta.
No, why should we leave the island? And look over here because this is what we were talking about. What do we say in this page here? Now, you said to me very clearly, what do you do when you're feeling really alone, like she is? No, what do you do? Why do you think she's leaving? There you go. Right down. I'm waiting on a couple to finish writing, boys and girls. We're going to come together in about 30 seconds and we're going to share what we discovered together. Absolutely. To those of you who are done at your tables, share with your partners at your tables. Absolutely. If you're done at your table, share with your partners at your tables. El título de esta presentación se llama La brecha académica. Es un término que yo nunca conocía hasta empezar mi maestría. Y lo que quiero que ahorita hagan solamente los padres, si solamente los padres por favor se pueden parar. Solamente los padres. Boys and girls, you stay seated. Solamente los padres, si por favor se pueden parar. ¿Ok? Muchas gracias por pararse. Si ahora en este momento, por favor se me sientan los padres aquí con la mamá de Derek, se me sientan los padres de este lado. Todos los padres que estén de este lado, por favor, siéntense. Los padres de este lado se me quedan parados. Siéntense. Ok, de acuerdo a las estadísticas nacionales, los padres que vamos a compartir un ratito para ver quién hoy no hemos compartido entre padres y si nos dan la oportunidad.
Hi, my name is Julissa Jimenez, and I have two students here at Camino, 4th and 5th graders who have both been with Ms. Guerrero, and I live about 3 blocks from here. It was very informative. It's hard to believe that those statistics actually exist. I've never been aware of them. It was information that is still shocking, and I still need to take in, because it's incredible that there's such a difference between a school that's here down the street from one that's, you know, on the west side of Los Angeles. It makes me feel angry. It makes me feel upset that someone that, you know, because whether they have a lot of money or whether they live in a better neighborhood, you know, it might look better, it might seem better, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the students are smarter or that their students are more likely to go to college. It doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't matter that I live here or I live, you know, 50 miles down on the west side of LA, or it shouldn't matter. Be more involved as I thought I was, and speaking with other parents. And I'm going to cry because it's very upsetting that I'm not as involved as I could be. And speaking to one of the mothers here, she's spent so much time with her child, and she still has to take care of her family. And me, that currently I have time, I don't do enough. And there's more that I can do. It feels great. She's a great example. I love the fact that she uses her own personal experiences and shares it with the class. And my daughters come home excited, like, oh, Ms. Guerrero taught us this today, and you know, I learned this, and she said we're not supposed to know that yet, but you know, she's trying to get us ahead of everybody. So, and the fact that she gives them that enthusiasm is great.